Hello everybody, welcome back to the Retro Bear in the gaming brothel for part 2 of this exciting special, potentially one-off episode. It might be more than one-off, I don't know. I haven't got enough room to keep doing this, probably just keep doing this every now and again. You may have seen part 1 where I was gifted this for Christmas, probably about 18 months ago. 18 months ago, it was Christmas 16 months ago, 16 months ago, twice I got that wrong. Christmas 2021, I was gifted a Mandalorian TV series Lego BrickHeadz build set number 75,317, featuring how to build both the child and the Mandalorian himself. This is for anybody 10 plus. So anybody who managed to sit through the first video, congratulations, here's your receipt. There's a second video. In the first video we built the child. Description is down below if you want to go and see that, of how a 47-year-old man playing with Lego for the first time in 37 years has managed to make one of them. And you can see, there we go, there's a child from the Mandalorian. If you're familiar with the TV series, hopefully this is familiar to you, and not just a load of Lego bricks stuck together, but brilliantly designed. I love it, absolutely fantastic. We did have one problem along the way. I did get a bit lost. And we had technical problems as well. The camera froze halfway through the first initial stages of building it. So, given how long that video probably would have run, I thought, you know what, we might split this into two. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to have a second part. So to go with our child, we will be building in part 2, which you're watching now, the Mandalorian himself. Now, the child came in 2 bags. Mandal, or Dinjajuin, or whatever his name is. I'm not a Star Wars expert, so probably offended like 45 million people by my pronunciation there. This one actually comes in 3 bags, so it's going to be potentially more complicated. I don't know. So what we did in the first episode was, rather than have these bags open, keep opening these bags and going into them because they take a tell of an eyes, we'll just empty all 3 as we did. Cut down bits and pieces, and we'll try cut down on noise. This isn't the best microphone to do when we start standing finally. Bag number 3. I appreciate you might not be able to see that problem, but can you see that from there? Yeah, just about. I'm trying to work this way now. So there we just trying to get sort of 3 piles of stuff. I'll try and show you stuff as I'm going along. The good news is there were bits left over from the first one, and that's not because I missed anything off it. There were actually bits left over, which was lovely. So if I should lose any bits or break anything, then we'll have to find some home for it. But haven't quite decided where they're going to go yet. This is the other problem. No, I mean, those of you who've seen the pantry on the videos, well, no, it's not the biggest of places, and gradually running out of space. But anyway, we shall see. Like I said, I will try and keep you informed informed as where I'm going with this as possible. But I'm working over the top of this, so it's going to be quite difficult. So yeah, so let's get on with building the Mandalorian. Some sort of like sweeping music to start with, but there isn't, because for some reason they decided to update video shot. So I used some editing, and now for some reason I can't do little inserts. Like I used to use music for introductions. I can't use that at the moment because for some reason it won't let me shorten the track. I don't know what's going on with it, bloody nightmare. That's why there's no music on the front of these, which is a real shame. So we're starting off with a simple brown and black piece, and then there's another one of those big flat brown ones. There we go, there, and that sits on top like so. Again, I apologise for the lighting here. The lighting here is not the best, and we are working in natural sunlight because I'm at home today, obviously on holiday. See what you do when you're on holiday. Now, so hopefully, I'm looking at the weather outside, it's not too bad, but I've got temporary light there, and I've got temporary light coming from somewhere else. So it's not great. Now, there should be 2 of those. There we are. 1, 2. So you can see there. But I will try and show you these as I go along. Obviously, I'm not adept in doing these sorts of videos, so the first one probably was beset by me not showing enough of it, so I should try and be a bit more considerate this time. So, first booklet incident, it was 43 pages long. This one's about the same. So hopefully about the same build. So we got that there, a solid block with 4 holes along the edge, which is what we got there. Of course, being brown and black, it doesn't show particularly well. Oh, well, that's sort of complicated. Right, so that's our base then. And now they're ramping things up a bit because I need a solid grey piece here, which I'm guessing. And these are all the same colour because they were slightly different in the last one. There was one a darker grey, back there's quite a lot of those. So we need one of them. We need 2 freshly coloured brick type things with holes on the outside, so those 2 there. Remember these from the last build. There we go. And then we have a white bit with a step down on it, which is that one there. Right, so these now should go across the black bit there, and there should be 2 of those white ones, sorry. Again, attention to detail, Mr. Bear, attention to detail. They should all have the brick sticking out the back, so that should slot in there. That should slot around the outside, and that should slot there. Now, I know from the initial picture when we started building the child in the first episode that we were building a little transportation for it. So I'm guessing here we are just building the Mandalorian from ground upwards. But that's where we are with that. That's where we should be, which is good because it looks like it here in the photograph. Obviously, those of you who saw part 1 will know that doesn't necessarily mean I've got it right. I just could do a whole new chapter. I could start doing jigsaw puzzles. Yeah. I can almost hear people turning off. I'm like, oh no, he's not doing jigsaw puzzles. Yes, he is. He's doing jigsaw puzzles. Right. So the next 3 pieces, I could do that. I'm not going to do. Well, actually, I've got a jigsaw puzzle, haven't I? My old mate Sean bought me an Arkanoid one for Christmas, or before Christmas. So we have to do that. There we go. So these 3 pieces here, and again, according to the diagram there, that sort of fleshy coloured one. Or tikka masala colour one goes in there. This sits on the front there, and then this one sticks out the front. I'm not sure what part appendage that's going to be. I don't want to know. So there we go. So we have that on the front. Only I can make Lego rude. Oh, now these are our old favourites. I remember these from years ago. We talked about these type things in the first episode, which we always losing. And we've now got something very, very similar, which also used to get lost, which is exactly the same thing, which is one of those. And we should have 2 of those, according to this, which we do. And also a thick grey 4 block. I'm not sure if these are the technical terms for it, if I'm getting Lego wrong. Stop getting Lego wrong. Yeah, I'm getting Lego wrong. So those sit on the outside there with the solid bit at the top. There's another wheel thing there, and then that slots in there. Very nice. Good. We're moving in the right direction. Does it look like a Mandalorian at the moment? No idea. One of them. 2 of these. No, that's not it. Oh, why they put those in bag number 3? No, bag number 1. Sorry, bag number 1. So those, and also we need a thick grey strip, which is one of them. Now, thick grey strip goes on the top. That's the easy bit because I can see that there. These 2 sit either side of that. And then on the front, that grey one goes there. If you can line it up correctly and make sure it's straight, that looks good. And then this one sits here. That's weird. Why isn't there one on the other side? This is what I don't get about Lego. you know, realistically, what you should be doing is sticking one of those there, but you're not. Why not? All will be revealed. Ooh, right, okay. I find this fascinating. I'm probably the only one. So we've got another one of these fleshy coloured pieces here. I need a grey, is it grey one? Now I think it's one of those, isn't it? One of them. And then we've got this. It's the only piece that looks anything like on the manual. The only piece that you've got in there is giant red thing. And then you've got a couple of quadrants to go. And we saw some of these in the first episode, didn't we? These tiny, tiny little pieces. I've just seen a bit of a lightsaber by the looks, which is quite good. I think it's a lightsaber anyway. But yeah, so those drop on here, which is rather interesting. Okay, so how do we put these together then? So that goes like that. That goes on the back there. Then that goes on there. And then the quadrants go on here. It's the crescents. Crescents, crescents, quadrants, quadrants, crescents. What do you call them? I call them a lot better matched up than that. That's bloody terrible, that was. Right, there we go. He said in the first episode, if you've not seen The Mandalorian, I would thoroughly recommend you do. It's quite a brilliant TV series. It's got one of the best theme tunes going for it. Really do love it. Not a huge Star Wars fan, as I said during the first episode. Sorry, I'm just working because I'm going to be quite straight. There we go. So that should look a bit like that with those crescents on the front. Now that then sits in there. There's that gap in the front there, so that should sit there. And does. And looks like it should belong. So if it should belong, it looks like it's right. Good. I'm happy with that. Let's move on. We've got a couple of these to go in now. Oh, dear me. And one of those. Now, these look like little seats, don't they? Little seats. Those go on the outside there. And that sits at the top in the middle. There we go. It's resembling some sort of chair at the moment. Again, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. Okay. And then a couple of these grey bits now, that looks like it should be along there. Ow. And that goes there. And then one of those slots in there. Oh, should do. There we go. See, this one I never became a building instructor. That looks like a chair. Quite a nice chair, that. It's like a throne. It looks like a Game of Thrones, maybe, if it was done in Lego. Have they done a Game of Thrones in Lego yet? It's only a matter of time. It is only a matter of time. Right, we're making something else here. So that goes to one side. Let's move the throne over there. And then we're moving on to another build. Got some interesting bits in here. There are some interesting looking pieces. So we need one of these. And there should be another one of those white step things. There we go. And that should slot into there, which it does. And then we've got a little grey blank and a grey bit with a hole out the front and nothing at the back. So that fits on there, and that fits on top of that. Then we should have a black. Yeah, that's interesting. Some black, so it's like your half Lego, half solid. There we go. That fits on the end there. And then we need another one of these, and then is that a solid? Yes, no, it's not actually. It's not a solid one. No, it's a brown single piece. That should fit up there, like so. If you didn't see part 1, by the way, I will go back and watch it, because there was one point where I got completely lost on the build, which is made for 10-year-olds. And that's to they stop the camera and extract one of the pieces with my teeth, because I don't know, that's just fun. There's always bite marks on Lego in our house when I was a kid. I don't know why. So that's what I've done there. Put that on the front. There's always bite marks on Lego because you just ram the pieces in and then you couldn't get them out again. Oh, that's interesting. Wow. So we've got some funny shaped bits here. There's loads. I mean, there's loads of funny shaped bits in this one. I'm sure people who build Lego quite a lot go, nothing funny shaped about that. What's he talking about? That's a funny shaped piece to me, that is. You make Lego bits like that when I was a kid. That goes on the front. There we go. Slowly but surely taking shape. I'm trying to get this done before the sun comes, because the sun comes, we're all going to be stuffed here. Now, there he is. Some fascinating pieces. I'm just looking at some of these pieces we're going to end up. Oh, there we go. So we've got like a design on that one. Some little pieces we're going to get shot on. So that and slots in there on the front. Now that. Oh God, now it's to the middle. I'll bring my chair back in again. Now all that sits there. Okay, doesn't actually hook onto anything, it sits there. That's where it should sit. Okay, I'm guessing what we're going to have to do is build exactly the same for the other side, which we probably will do. So I shall just try and whiz through this really, really quickly, because I'm beginning to wonder whether that's actually the right piece in there. Now, that actually might not be the right piece. Let's have a quick look. Get back on there. No, I think that's the wrong one actually. I think that's the wrong bit, because I think that should be in there. Just looking at the colour of it here, probably I've made a bit of slight boo-boo on that one. Yeah, so these basically rebuilding, building it exactly the same for the other side, so that when you put them on, they should all fit together. It won't actually, what's the word I'm looking for? It won't actually connect, although it might do at the bottom, but it will actually just sit in that bit there, and I'm guessing you'll have to build stuff around it to go in. Now I need a grey bit. Sits on the front. Another brown single square to sit at the front. One of those funny. I'll leave that one up in a minute. And that's something from Lego blindness. It's like everything looks the same. I've been looking at bloody Lego all morning. It all looks the same. Where's that bit gone? I can't find it. I want to go. There it is. I want to stop doing it. Whose idea was this? I don't know. And then that bit, which then should slot on at the front. We'll just try and work out how that one went in. There, that goes there. And then what that should do work out how it goes in, and that's the front, right? It's got to be at the front. The front's got to be there. That's it. No, God. That should fit in. Let's go back. That bit should go there. And then this bit should sit alongside that one. And slot in, so that is the opposite. But it doesn't. Why doesn't it slot in there? It should do. It should slot in there. Because I think I've put that in the wrong place, haven't I? Again. That should be on the end there. Yes, there we go. Right, so we've done that. We've built the front of it. There we go. So once again, I've failed to follow the instructions correctly. 47-year-old man can't build Lego. So we had to look at the front of the Mandalorian, which was rather impressive. And then what we have to do now is make the connection on this. So make sure it all holds together in the right bits and pieces. So we've got one of these, we've got 3 of these bits to go in. You can almost hear the brain turning, can't you? It's like, what have I done now? Why is that wrong? Why doesn't that fit there? Why has it come to this that I'm doing Lego build videos? So that should slot in there. There it goes. That should give it some sense of holding in. So there we go. So we've held it in now. It rattles a little bit. It's not a snug fit. I'll give it that. So hopefully that might come together a bit more. We've got more blocks. There we go. It's a bit better. So that's the front of it. That's what we've just done there. I did that bit to the top. On to the next bit. Yellow. Circular bit. Grey square. Pink block. That was easy, wasn't it? We've done that bit right. That all goes together like that. And then that sits on top here. There. I remember the Mandalorian had the pink bit. If you pardon the expression. I don't know. Right, so we've got a couple of right angles to sort out now. One of them. One of them. One of them. And one of them. So we've got 2 of these to build up. Basically the black bit sits on top of the grey bits. There we go. I've done many embarrassing things on YouTube. I've danced with pom-poms. I've told seriously appallingly bad jokes. And I'll tell you something, I don't think anything quite comes close to this. Of failing to build Lego correctly. But I don't know. This YouTube channel tends to go to places other YouTube channels dare not go. Yeah. There we go. That's what we built up now. So we're now building up probably the interior. We've added a couple of supporting blocks on the outside there. And then we've got 6 of these grey blocks, and they've got to go all the way around, apparently. Now, that's only 4. So where are the other? So I should have a solid bit at the top now. I don't. Which is all rather worrying. However, box 5 and 6 should be sitting there. Can you see this? They should sit there. I should have a solid bit at the top. Now I'm guessing what I'm about to do here is add another bridging set to it. And this is what I'm going to do now, because at the front here I need a couple of grey pieces here which will I'm not sure I've got this right. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and I'll be back in a second and just see if I've gone wrong again. Right, welcome back to this thrilling Mandalorian build, which has taken its first turn for the worst. I've realized what I've done there. What I'd done was just simply put the blocks in. What you're meant to do is start them on the corner. You can see there's 1, and you put that in there, and that means you can get the other 4, 5 in around the outside. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is where it should be. Correct with the diagram there, and then what should enable me to do is put the next few pieces in, which are going to be a couple of these grey bits, and also a couple of the right angles again. One of them, and there should be another one as well. 2. There we go. See, told you, we can't get through one of these without doing it wrong. Right, I'll just try and remember what's front and what's back. So that goes in there. That one then goes next to it, there. And then these. Oh, there's a bit. Be careful with these because they come out the back. I'd never be on Lego Masters, would I? Never seen it actually. I've got that wrong as well. Oh, you buffoon, Mr. Bear. Right, no, wrong. Put them in the wrong way around. It should be that way. Inclined. There we go. So we've now got that. My bits falling off the front there. It's not good, so I need to put that back in. There we go. So that's how it should look. There we go. And we've got one of these, like a little. There we go. Little black bar, which then should sit at the front, across there. Ta-da! And it holds it all together. Still rattling a little bit. Not a great fit, but it'll do. It'll do. There we go. Right, so we're on to more grey pieces. A couple of these single grey blocks, and then we've got a couple of. Now I'm guessing this is going to be the Mandalorian armour. If you've ever seen it, these bits of metal get welded onto them. And if you haven't seen it, apologies for the spoiler. But that's what happens. So I'm guessing these are going to be sort of like bits that go on the shoulders of the character. And they slot in like that to give you a couple of solid pieces. And then what they do is that they fit on the front. No. Oh, the whole thing's fallen apart. God damn it. Oh, it's all going horribly wrong. I have to use my teeth again. I'm trying to use my teeth, but I can't. God, dear. Taste me, when these want to go on, they go on, don't they? There we go, right off. So we've broken that bit. So I need to remember to put that in. No. No. Gold. That bit goes on there. Fit. That's got to come out of there. That's got to go in there. No, it doesn't. It goes like that. That goes on there. These pieces fit in here. Ah, dear. And they should go in like that. There we go. Right, back on track. Done them. Right. Square grey bit. Another grey square. Over there. Now, it's the side of the Mandalorian. That side there. That then fits there. That's it. There. There. And that then goes there. So if there's one black bit exposed, which we do. Upside down. There we go. And on the same side, we should have two right angle pieces like that, and another grey block like that. So the grey block should go there. Should build up a solid outside, and then that, I'm guessing, fits there. And that one fits there. So, good, we're there. Now I should have to probably repeat that on the other side, but no, because it's slightly different. Why is it slightly different? In fact, no, it's the same side. It's the same side. You take the grey block here. Oh, we've got some arms. Yeah, like, we do like arms, don't we? We do like arms. Now, there should be one of those. It's not that one, because the claw's in the wrong place. One of them. I need a brown single block, and also a brown thing there. Okay. So this fits like that there. So that then fits on the corner. Yeah, and then that fits on top. There we go. That all comes together like that. And then that fits crying out loud, why does it fit there? So it's below that. There, according to this, but it won't. There. 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 So it fits on there, the side. So like, yeah, let's see. It's beginning to take shape, isn't it? That's the face. And there's the arm there. It's beginning to look a lot like a Mandalorian. That well-known song goes. And then what we need to do is build up something on this, build some other side. We've got one of these. One of these, which is give me a nightmare as a child. And in the end, we've got two little grey quadrants. Now, they go there. And they sit in the middle. That one sits in the middle there. And these sit at the top, like so. There we go. And then what you do is turn it over. Now, so it's actually going to the back of the Mandalorian now. Well, we've got to put a couple of these hefty old pieces on there. There we go. And then we also need to shove one of these little annoying little things down here. There we go, looking at it top right. If you do it like that. Turn that over. Single plastic block there. We should have two. These are the interesting little pieces here, like little grills. They should sit in the middle here and here, and then we should have another two grey pieces to, I think it's probably the most common piece in this set. One there, one there. There we go, so we can see building up the back of the Mandalorian, and then we've got another grey piece and another grey block. Yeah, where are we going with those? So this will be on the side we haven't touched yet, which is this one here. So the other side we've got started building the arms up. Putting those there. Another grey and another right angle. It's a clear plastic one there. Not clear plastic, no holes on it. Maybe just turn that off a bit. You might see it, be able to see it. Yeah, it gets. Yeah, it's right. There's apologies for the lighting here. It's not great. And then we started doing these earlier, didn't we? There's the other one there. And then it's one of those grey blocks down the side. There, notice that one's exposed at the moment, so we'll have to see what happens with that. There we go, some more movement there. Oh, it's all getting rather exciting. Entering the final throw. So we've got some claws and things to add here. There's that arm that we were talking about earlier, so that goes on to there. And then we've got a coloured piece to add, which is that one there, you can see it's like a cream blue. And we've got one of those to add there as well. That slots in nicely, and then that should sit there. So as you can see, he's got one arm out and one, so look on this side, his arm is down, whereas this side is stuck out. Rather interesting. It's looking very good. It's looking good. With a few problems, but we're getting there slowly. We're getting there slowly. I need a solid, there we go, one of them left. And again, this is just building that up from the side. Again, with the one with a hole in it in the middle. And then another two little quadrants. Oh, no. Don't want to start putting wrong pieces in the wrong place at the moment, because if we start doing that and start to take things apart, it could be here for a very, very long time. So that's that there, which is 40. Getting closer. Oh, God. Right. And then we're going to turn it over to the bottom. So now is the Mandalorian's bottom. The Mandalorian's bottom, my lord. And we have a little stand piece which sits there. And we're staying on the bottom. We're going to put some of these together. So we're going to, one of these. We've got some funny shaped bits here. And one of those. You'll see. And then we've got two little grey squares. Two grey squares, one of them, one of them, one of them, one of them, and a brown square as well. So that's what we need to put together here. Oh no, sorry. One of those. Very therapeutic, this. I can thoroughly recommend it. If you've never tried doing something like this, or you've not done it for years, I would say it's definitely worth a go. Definitely worth a go. And then that goes, where's that go? Well, that goes on the front there. That's interesting, doesn't it? And that's interesting. That goes there like that. Then we're putting in grey square on top of that. And then we put in this on the side. A symmetrical fit, and then that goes next to it, and then that goes on the front. There, wow, okay, fascinating build. There we go, you can see that again there. But we've got some sunlight coming in here, so we may have to possibly take evasive action, I have to say. Right, so we've got that there. Just going to try and experiment with the curtains. There we go. Let's just see if we can. That's a bit better into. There we go. Okay. And then that fits on the bottom. Like that. That must be one of his feet. I'm guessing. Yeah, there we go. Another Mandalorian foot on that side of the hill. I knew I started a bit early. We'd avoid all the sunlight and stuff, but there we go. Now we've got a couple of little claws. One claw, two claws, one grey solid, and then a. So again, we've got little pieces to make up here. Bad thing about this is actually the light in here. It's taking a turn for the worse because I can't see what I'm doing. Most people sit there thinking, well, you've not known what you're doing for most of this build anyway, so Don't worry about it so much. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. You know, it's missed a step out there as such, hasn't it? Because that won't go on there. That's going to be, it can be a lopsided Mandalorian if that goes on there. That's what we don't want. You don't want your Mandalorians to be lopsided. But then that goes in there. There we go. So we've got a couple of claws stuck out the side. Very weird. I'll turn that off again. So you can see we've got a couple of claws stuck outside the bottom there. But that's his feet, so he should stand up ish. No, he's going to fall over. Yeah. It's a drunk Mandalorian. He's actually going the wrong way there. So it should be like that. Right. What we got left now? We got one of them. I need another solid grey block. I can see I'm gradually getting to the bottom of these things. That's some black. That's not the one I'm after. There we go, another solid grey block. And then there should be 4 shoulder pad type things. And again, for some reason, spread across the boxes. So we have that. So that's our first piece there. Okay. So that goes there, then we put one piece of them on the front. Correct. That bit then should go in there. So we've got that bit there. And then that 4 piece should sit across the bottom there, which it does. And then we do exactly the same this side with those. That's quite a chunky old bit, that. So what we should have is now something there which fits like that. And there's all the bit goes in there. Slots there. So there we go, that's it. And then that should sit on top of his head. It keeps the rain off. Keeps the rain off. There we go. Looking good, isn't it? Looking good. We've done that bit. That seemed really complicated and it shouldn't have been. Sit there, Mandal. 2 black pieces. 2 of those other black pieces there. 1 black little thing. 1 black quadrant. If we can see it, if it exists. I think it's, no, there it is there, tucked away. And then 1 shoulder piece, which is that one there. Okay, so there's a lot of black bits on this one. So 2 bars go together, clip. That one goes on the end there. This little round button goes on. Then that sits there, and that not sure that's the right one. Ah, no, it's not. There's a slightly longer bit over there. There we go. That's it. There we go. Of course, you know, sitting at home watching this, it's going absolutely crazy. It's Mrs. Bear. And because Mrs. Bear is obviously very good at repairing things and all that sort of stuff. I'm sure she's sat there at the moment going, what are you doing? What are you doing? She's probably getting itchy fever or something watching this. Right, this then should slot onto the back. Remember we built this bit at the back ages ago. And that should sit there. We've now built the Mandalorian's bottom. Sits out the back as well. But it does mean he now stands up, which is rather good. So he didn't before. Then we've got 3 of these black pieces here. They're slanted, so they should slot in, he says, piece number 2. Slots in there, and piece number 3. And we also have, I think that looks rather strange to finish, we also got this bit which sits over the top there. So, looking rather good at the back. Then we've got another one of these funny black pieces. Oop, dropped it. Don't drop that because we won't know what it is. Another one of those. And then I've got that, I believe. I think it's that. Yes, I would definitely say it's that. I don't think it's that. No, I don't think it's that. So, and this should build as such this way. They've all come together like that, but that's not the right piece, is it? No, it's not, is it? Oh, it is the right piece, okay. Yes, it is. It's meant to look like that. Slightly not right. And then that goes in. That goes in there. Can't be right. Doesn't look right. It does. There it goes. Slots at the back there. It'll all become apparent because Lego have a plan for us all. Building these things for the rest of our lives. Right. That one there, I'm guessing. That one there, I'm guessing. And then there's a grey claw as well. Which is that one there. Teeny tiny little pieces. And we take that again and we build that one there. How can that look right? How can that look right, honestly? There we go, so exactly the same thing. And that goes on the other side of his body. I'm just trying to make sure it's right, which is I think I know what we've done there. We put that the wrong way That then fits in there like that. Which one's down the back there. And then we've got this little claw thing which then slits at the back on top of there. It's meant to sit at an angle like that because we're going to build a gun. Now we've got a little gun here. Ooh, gun. Yeah. That. And we should have a connecting piece, which is this bit here. So that should fit on the end, and then that goes into there. And then that sits across. Just trying to turn it. So we're looking at it from that angle there. We had it right in the first place. That should sit in there. And you see you've got the gun attachment on the back. There you go. Little delicate touch, that one. Right. And we've got two more of these silver little feet here. And they should be what looks like a pair of binoculars. They could be a pair of binoculars. They could be now. When he stands up, these need to fit into there. There we go. And then the binoculars go in there. So we've got two attachments down the bottom and then the binoculars drop in there. They're actually the way around on the model. I'm not sure why. But they should be in parallel with that. So as far as I'm concerned, it's in the right position. So there we go. Then we've got, we are literally down to the nitty gritty now, which is good. I'm sure you're all bored. Two little bits there. I've now got a funnel. Interesting. So the funnel clips on top of that, and then there's another gun which should flip into there, you see. And then that slots into the front. So you can see, there we go. We can move it left and right as well. Good gun. Got some cool kit, hasn't he? Well equipped is the old Mandalorian. And then I think we are practically there because we need this. We need one of these, two of these, and we need one of them. Now, this I'm guessing is to make the base for which he will stand on. One base, which we've done. Excuse me. And then, as you can see there, then he's got his feet, and we should be able to stick him on there. And if I just move these pieces to one side here, so again, you've got little spares, which is great, in case you lose any. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we have the Mandalorian in all his glory, complete with the gun. Got some other bits and pieces down the side here, show you around there. Yeah, it's got a little clip there for no particular reason, I'm not sure why. Well, there was a clip there anyway. That's the back. There's the gun, big giant attachment one on there, and then there's other things. I said, like I said, that gun does rotate very nicely. And you can say, fantastic. And then right next to him, we'll bring back in from episode 1, the child and the Mandalorian, side by side, from the Lego BrickHeadz collection. Well, I appreciate that has been utterly painful for a lot of you to watch that. I do understand this has been ridiculously painful, but I don't know, something different anyway. If you have enjoyed watching those across the first 2 episodes, do let me know. I'd like to do more of these, it's quite fun. If you'd like to see me carry on this, do let me know. Let me know what you think. But yeah, and I'm going to find somewhere to stick these in the gaming pantry. So, from behalf of the Mandalorian and the child and myself, Retro Bear, this is me saying thanks for watching, and we'll do something gaming related soon, possibly. I don't know. We may not. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.